The end of apps, how agentic AI changes everything. Listen, right now, as we speak, there is a totally new type of software out there. It doesn't wait for you to click a button. It actually decides what to click for you. And it is already running, quietly, invisibly, right behind the scenes of the biggest tech products we use every single day. What if software didn't wait for you? Okay, let's really think about this for a second. Imagine waking up to a world where your apps aren't just these dumb tools sitting there waiting for your command. For decades, right? Human input has literally been the ultimate bottleneck in computing. The software sits completely idle until you tell it exactly what to do. But what we're unpacking in this explainer today, it isn't science fiction. It is the immediate functional reality of how modern systems are operating right beneath the surface.
Section 1. What is Agentic AI? The concept anchor. To really grasp this whole paradigm shift, we need to establish our foundational concept.
Look at traditional software. It's rigid. It runs on fixed rules. You click, it responds. You are effectively the project manager, micromanaging every single tiny action. But Agentic AI? Totally different ballgame. It sets a goal. It breaks that goal into steps. It uses tools. It checks its own results. And, crucially, it auto-adjusts if something goes wrong. It's literally the difference between a simple calculator that only crunches the exact numbers you type and a proactive personal assistant who takes a high-level request, figures out the steps, and just gets the job done. Think about the meticulous structural planning it takes to build a massive, complex project in the real world. You've got to map out timelines, allocate your resources, foresee roadblocks, build contingency plans, right? Well, Agentic AI basically builds its own internal flowcharts in exactly the same way. It creates these incredibly sophisticated logic flows, branching out into different possibilities, looping back when it hits an error, and coordinating highly complex sequences entirely on its own to reach the finish line. Essentially, it's software that writes its own instruction manual on the fly. Section 2. Real-world AI agents. No human in the loop. Because, honestly, this isn't just whiteboard theory anymore. This is happening now. First up, coding agents. Check out this workflow. Step 1, open file. Step 2, write code. Step 3, read error. Step 4, and here's the magic, fix autonomously. Think about that. Instead of halting and pinging a human developer on Slack for help, the agent reads its own error log, understands the problem, and fixes the bug itself. Zero human in the loop. It is reading its own mistakes and correcting them in real time, basically acting as a junior developer and a QA tester at the exact same time. And it doesn't stop at coding. Research agents are completely changing knowledge work. These agents autonomously browse dozens of tabs across the internet, cross-check facts against multiple verified sources to make sure they're accurate, and compile these comprehensive, beautifully formatted reports. Guys, what used to take a human analyst a full week of heavy lifting, gathering the data, evaluating if it's credible, synthesizing it all, is now executed completely independently in a matter of minutes. Section 3, the end of apps. Adapting on the fly. So ask yourself, why are massive software companies completely tearing down their entire product lines to rebuild around this? Here is the crucial realization. It's not following a script. It's reasoning through a goal. Traditional software is totally siloed, built for one specific task. You want a CRM, you buy Salesforce. You want accounting, you buy QuickBooks. Need a new feature? You're waiting months for a whole new version to drop. But agentic systems collapse those silos. They adapt on the fly. Because they are reasoning through a goal rather than just following rigid, hard-coded rules, that exact same underlying agent can interact with your calendar, debug a script, or draft a complex legal contract. That boundless flexibility is exactly why the traditional app interface, the whole era of opening 20 different apps to do 20 different things, is rapidly fading away. Section 4, risks, loops, and guardrails. The catch. Now, let's ground this for a second. As amazing as this autonomous reasoning is, it brings a whole new category of danger. When traditional software breaks, it just crashes, right? But when an autonomous agent acts on a bad assumption, the consequences compound insanely fast. A chatbot saying something wrong is one thing. An agent with unrestricted write access to your company's database or your personal bank account, completely different level of risk. So the systems being built today absolutely must have guardrails. We require human approval steps for major actions. We limit unchecked actions. We have to prevent infinite loops, where an agent gets confused, keeps trying to force a failed action, and accidentally racks up thousands of dollars in cloud computing costs in like 5 minutes. Restricting critical access isn't just a nice-to-have security feature anymore. It's literally the only way to balance the incredible power of this tech with essential safety. Section 5. Preparing for the future. The paradigm shift.
Let's talk about where we go from here. Now, to be clear, traditional static software isn't going to just vanish by tomorrow morning. Legacy systems are going to linger, but a massive structural shift is already well underway. So, what is a future-proofed product? It is a software system rebuilt around agentic AI foundations rather than static interfaces. The products and the workflows that will actually survive and thrive over the next 5 years are being fundamentally re-architected around this exact premise right now. So my question to you is this. Are you going to keep waiting for the software to tell you what to click, or are you ready to start building these autonomous systems yourself?